Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. Good news. It's time for some Saturday morning React-TOONS featuring Robotech, specifically episode 40, Volunteers. Now, it's no secret that I've really enjoyed the Masters/Southern Cross saga of Robotech, and I think that it has a lot to offer. There's a lot of promise in this series so far, and or I guess I should say the evolution of this series from Macross to Southern Cross. So I am invested, my friends. But before we get into it, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time we go live with Robotech. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then, and this is now, and now it's time for some Robotech as we watch episode 40, Volunteers. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! Fanfare! I was very professional there and cleared my throat before I did my fanfare because, of course, everyone needs to appreciate this instrument. I can't carry a tune in a bucket. I'm really liking Dana. I mentioned that to one of my online friends, and they scolded me. Dana? You could hear it. You could hear it via text. Dana? Yeah, I like Dana. Maybe I will come to not like her later or something. I don't know exactly how that works, but I really enjoy her character right now. It's my type of silly. You know, that battlefield humor, like that gallows humor, you know, or not necessarily taking the situation as seriously as maybe others would. I think it's a necessary element to a show like this, you know. Otherwise, man, it's going to get dark pretty damn quick. But
Space Station Liberty, can you hear me? Over.
They lost communications with Liberty last episode.
The Robotech Masters have interrupted the communications link between United Earth Command Headquarters and its strategic orbital observation outpost, Space Station Liberty. That a team of Robotech defenders will have to be sent to re-establish communications and to test the strength of the new invaders.
But at this time, only Lieutenant Crystal of the Tactical Armored Space Corps has consented to go on this mission.
Crystal.
My whole unit will go.
That's very commendable. Well, I admire your courage. You will receive your briefing immediately after
Yes,
this
sir.
meeting.
I'm sure the squad is going to be as excited as I was.
No, I mean, you did volunteer the 15th to go on what is essentially a suicide run, so.
Sterling will be back soon. Personally, I'm so bored I can hardly keep my eyes open.
See, I like the group dynamic.
I've just been briefed on our newest mission.
There we go.
We are to re-establish communications on Space Station Liberty. I'll only be needing Bowie and Angelo to accompany me.
Really?
But do you have a reason we shouldn't accept this mission?
As you describe it, of course not. Only I was wondering how many other units will be going on this mission.
Just Crystal.
Where are you going?
To check on the hover tanks and make sure they're ready to go.
That lady is all right with me.
I like the group. I like the other soldiers.
Rather young for so much responsibility.
Yes, but Sterling's a tactical genius, and Crystal's attitude is extremely positive.
Maybe the other way around. I'm not sure Sterling's the tactical genius, but she's got a good attitude.
The Robotech Masters continue their advance, while Earth's defenders make last-minute equipment checks before beginning their mission.
Lieutenant,
What is it?
we went to check out our hover tanks, but they're not there.
Are you sure?
What?
Lieutenant Sterling,
Oh.
this is Sergeant Dante. You are needed aboard the transport shuttle ASAP.
But Sergeant, our hover tanks are missing.
They're already on board the shuttle.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wild goose chase there.
Angelo nearly made a bad mistake.
Phillips is like, maybe I can use this to my advantage, sinister mustache twirl.
I know we're late, Lieutenant Sterling, but shouldn't we check in with the tower first?
There's not enough time for that.
Check the tanks. I'm actually surprised. Angelo seems to be a competent warrior, and I'm not saying that Bowie isn't, but I haven't seen Bowie in action. I'm surprised he didn't bring Phillips. She didn't bring Phillips.
No.
Hello.
Where have both of you been?
We've been running around.
You're supposed to be in charge, so you should be more responsible for your men. Now get ready. We're leaving.
You have anything to say, Angelo? Like,
And even though this is your first time in space, Lieutenant Sterling, it's no reason to come apart at the seams.
even though this is your first time doing something, I want you to act like it's, you know, an everyday occurrence, so don't get weird. Thanks.
There's no time to read.
Ooh, I like that.
She's legit reading like a fashion magazine. Screw you, Apocalypse.
Communications interface, including all backup channels.
Check. All channels.
Man, they really don't have a lot of like spacefaring vehicles, huh?
Sequence now. 20.
Roger, Tower.
I remember one of you telling me that in a comment that, you know, in Southern Cross, like the Robotech leg of Southern Cross, that, you know, most of the main forces, seasoned warriors, veterans, things like that, were taken aboard the SDF-3. We saw that in Sentinels. So this is a lot of like rookies and a lot of like ground-based tech with not a whole lot of like spacefaring vehicles.
Dana, how does your face feel now?
What?
A little sore?
I don't know, Crystal, could you come up with a better joke before you cackle like a witch?
What the?
Problem 2, cut back on power, or you'll overshoot your mark. What's he doing? He's going too fast.
Must be a malfunction in the main drive engines.
Dear God.
Compensate with 1 and 3 reverse thrusters.
Trying, sir.
Ship's not responding to
Send 2 shuttles, one of them shits out. Nice.
Close down power mains.
shutting down the mains. Braking rockets not responding, sir.
This is Borgnine, Lieutenant Sterling. We've got a runaway engine here.
Oh, that sucks.
Your present heading and velocity will result in a collision in 12 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Fast. Not one program is responding. It looks like the entire computer system is gonna blow sky.
Shoot us. Somebody else shoot us and knock us off course.
Repeat, danger. Present heading collision is imminent.
No escape. Who the fuck put that in the readout? No escape. Boom. Wow. So, I mean, my first question, is that sabotage?
Lieutenant Borgnine's shuttle has just been destroyed. All hands are presumed lost.
Oh my God.
And now us. What's to become of us?
I don't know, Dana, but I want to know the prick that took the time to put the no escape warning light.
Why didn't you help them?
Come on, Lieutenant. You saw what happened. There wasn't anything we could have done to prevent that.
If you've got weapons, you could have shot them. It's risky, but...
Quite frankly, Lieutenant, I'm shocked at your behavior.
Range is now 800 miles and closing fast.
Your behavior?
Nichols, that could be Lieutenant Sterling's ship. Come on, let's get out there.
Oh, they're under attack.
ETA enemy objective now 400 miles. We are holding course.
That's the attack music.
Closing.
Lieutenant, take command. Come on, Lieutenant.
Come on, Dana.
Sergeant, I'll keep command. Gunners, select targets and open fire.
All right.
Man, you are horrifically outnumbered.
Sir, radar shows enemy vessels are surrounding Shuttle 1.
Has the ship been hit?
How could it not have been?
Good shooting, Sergeant.
CHQ Tower, we are under attack. We're hit port side. CHQ Tower, can you hear me? Over.
Yeah, you're getting lit up.
Sterling, what's the matter with you? Come on, defend your sector. Dana, we need...
Dana, come on.
Yeah, I'm okay. What's wrong with me? I'm shaking like a frightened child.
It's realistic.
I'm not used to being in space. I'm letting everyone down.
It's actually very realistic.
Huh? Snap out of it, Sterling.
Huh?
Yeah, slap her if you got to. There it is.
I'm not planning on losing this ship because of your incompetence. Sergeant, get me someone else to man that gun.
Dana, you got it. Go.
Missed him. He's coming around to your side.
I like it's like a flying fortress. Everybody's got like their designated like firing solutions.
Losing power. I'll try to compensate. Stabilizing.
Wow, they're taking fire.
The crew sits, stunned by the confusing battle tactics of the Robotech masters.
I don't understand it.
Lieutenant, I'm picking up a directed force field.
A directed force field? What's that mean?
Vertical beam.
Oh no!
That's why they backed off. Capital ship fire.
There's no such thing as too far to that particle beam projector, so we'll just have to trick them by getting in really close where they can't maneuver their guns.
It's a good idea. The safest place when you're fighting somebody with a spear is chest to chest with them.
We're not out of danger yet. We're still inside the range of their particle beams.
Looks clear through here, Lieutenant Crystal.
Crystal's pretty badass.
I've never seen anything this big before.
Excuse me, what was that, Lieutenant?
Hey, Bowie, any luck on getting a signal through?
I'm still trying, Lieutenant Crystal. There's too much interference. I'm getting way too many electronic echoes off the hull.
And I can't stop crying.
The reason our signal's distorted is because they're flying so close to the enemy ship. Well, they're right on top of it.
Like it.
All right, everyone, stay alert. I'm taking us up for a look-see. Here we go. Hang on!
Whoa, shit.
Alien fighter on our tail.
And I'm picking up 2 more on our flanks, Lieutenant.
I'm going to say this too. We'll talk about storyboarding and thoughts.
Transmitter standing by.
I'm going to suit up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet another unnecessary display. Standing by. No escape.
Launch.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Crystal's badass.
Lieutenant Crystal, I'm checking my battle armor communication system.
I read you loud and clear, Lieutenant.
She's 100%
We're
badass.
taking a lot of heavy fire.
Ooh, that's how you take out a bioroid. Woo. She's taking a ton of fire. A ton of fire.
Oh, no, you don't.
There we go. Let's do some of that pilot shit.
Uh-oh, she's in real trouble.
Look, I've got my hands full. Bowie, raise the antenna.
Yeah, she's in big trouble. I mean, she is absolutely kicking ass, but I mean, there's just too many.
Antenna in position.
This is a really cool sequence. Woo!
All right, Bowie, it's now or never.
Right.
On the air, coming to you live from space. Robotech 106.1.
We're engaged in combat with an unfriendly alien fleet.
An unfriendly? No shit.
Come on, baby, stay still. Gotcha.
There you go. Fire, fire, fire. If there's anybody left on Liberty, you're gonna need covering fire big time. Oh!
Marie!
He's too quick for me. I don't think I can handle him.
Oh no. I kind of like that triple.
Attack me and Bowie. Why am I so afraid of it?
An enemy ace. Give it to me. Give it to me.
No, I won't let it. I'm going out there.
But you'll be killed. Lieutenant,
Don't worry, I'll be back.
Go, Dana. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm the only one who can save Marie.
Go, Dana.
Lieutenant Sterling, this is Sergeant Dante. Good luck.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Show them what happens when you fuck with a Sterling.
Marie, hang on. Thanks, Dana. I can use the help.
Nice.
Mission get through?
not yet.
I can't stop crying.
Sir, we can't raise Space Station Liberty or Shuttle 1. It's beginning to look like we failed.
Nah, not yet. Time to grab victory from the jaws of defeat.
Huh? Bowie, anything?
Nothing.
And they're taking some pain.
Not even human.
How are they being controlled? Because this red one's tough.
Just keep firing, Dana. Keep firing.
Yeah, that makes him think twice.
Last ball. You've got the angle. He's yours.
You've got the angle. Come on.
Got him. Good shooting, Lieutenant.
He's didn't blow up though.
Liberty calling Earth. This is Space Station Liberty calling.
They got him.
Liberty calling Moonbase. Liberty calling Moonbase.
Oh, no.
Moonbase, we're getting through to GHQ again.
Lieutenants Crystal and Sterling are back on board.
This is badass.
United Earth Command Headquarters, come in GHQ. This is Shuttle 1. We are coming home.
And we are coming in hot.
Spirits are high on Shuttle 1 as the battle-scarred ship re-enters Earth's atmosphere.
They made it. The mission was successful. They're on their way home.
Hell yeah.
Lieutenants Dana Sterling and Marie Crystal went above and beyond the call of duty to defeat the Robotech Masters.
Hell yeah.
Once again, the mysterious aliens' plans are delayed by the valiant efforts of these brave men and women of Earth, proud warriors, the Robotech Defenders.
All right, friends, we just got done watching Robotech, episode 40, if you can believe that. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, friends, we just got done watching Robotech, the Master Saga, or Southern Cross Saga, episode 40, Volunteers. I'm going to be completely honest. This is one of my favorite episodes of Robotech. I don't know how else to say this. I am completely stunned by how much I like, I really, really am, by how much I like Southern Cross so far. I had dread. Full disclosure, I was thinking, oh, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch this if, it's not Macross. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe an alternative, something like that. I am so glad I listened to all of you and watched this and gave it a chance because my hand to God, that last episode, this Volunteers, episode 40, easy peasy in my top 3. I'm not shitting at all. Top 3. I mean, we're up there with we'll give it top 5 just because I might be forgetting something. But I mean, just the very tippity top of Robotech experiences that I've had so far. I think this was an exceptional episode. I mean, okay, so from what I've seen in my very limited experience with Southern Cross so far, here's what I've noticed. More so than Macross, at least in Southern Cross, it's very apparent. It is storyboarded and edited so much better. I mean, when we have this now, do we have some type of weaker animation? Absolutely. But what we do have is a very coherent, very linear story where we see exchanges and we have narration that's kind of filling in, the edges that maybe aren't getting addressed necessarily on screen. We've got constant communication between, military assets, whether it be home base on Earth, Liberty Station at the end, or Space Station Liberty, and the shuttlecrafts. I mean, that is incredibly tense. You had a malfunction in shuttlecraft, one of the shuttlecrafts that resulted in its destruction. Just high tension, but it's all storyboarded so well. Even Dana having basically PTSD whenever she saw the red craft and she's in space and she has all of these questions. That was incredibly realistic to me. I really like the idea that she just, she's a seasoned warrior, not a seasoned warrior, but she's an excellent warrior. But again, she's a rookie, as far as what we've been described, as far as her actual combat experience. And so in a new locale in space, all of these other factors going on, of course, it is very realistic to have somebody basically need a chance to reset and reboot, which is difficult to come by on a battlefield. But that was awesome that they had her experience that, and we experienced it with her, vis-a-vis Dana. And, the storyboarding that plays out whenever you have, the shuttlecraft's approach, you have all this fire coming in, Dana having her moment where she just, she loses herself. You got Crystal going out there and fighting, but Crystal, despite doing some incredible ass kickery, eventually takes so much damage that her mech is unable to, fly. She's basically on top of the shuttle, holding on and firing with her gun. That's badass. That is super duper cool. That's literally going out swinging. That's what she was set up for. She got on the shuttle. She was laying down. She couldn't move. She was just firing up into the air whenever somebody would get within her window of opportunity attack. And I just think that was so cool. And then Dana, I got to go out there. I'm the only one that can save her. That's what I would expect from the daughter of Max Sterling and Miria. That is awesome shit. She went out there, she kicked ass, but she did it in such a realistic manner. It wasn't like she was just like, I'm here to save the day, da da da, and ran out there and just, kicked ass. She had a crisis of conscience before that, where everybody doubted her ability to perform, including herself. We went on that journey with her. She saw the explosion of the shuttle as we did. We were like, oh my God, as she went, oh my God, we went through the, oh my God, what do I do? I'm in space. That all that weight of that anxiety placed on us as the audience, because we're in that cockpit of that shuttle. They did such a good job of making those shots so intimate. We were either looking from kind of the position just in front of Crystal back into the shuttle, or a close-up pull of whoever was speaking. It was incredibly intimate. We were in that cabin experiencing those things. You know what? I know that it was the entire team that I'm sure went straight from Macross and then started kind of cutting up and doing everything to Southern Cross to get it ready. But boy, oh boy, it feels different. It feels like a different team. And maybe not a different team is the way to say this. I think it's like by the time they got to episode 40, or, when we started Southern Cross, they had learned a lot about putting this show together. And it was incredibly evident in this episode. Now, again, I am sure they are taking a sequence that came directly from Southern Cross and they are putting it into play. So there's not much they had to do with it. But again, there are weaker ways to take something because they're all new dialogue, all new everything is going into this. I'm with it saying that both the visuals and the narration and the dialogue all went hand in hand in hand to make this storyboarding work the way it did. Excellent shit. Excellent stuff, my friends. I am so happy with this show. I am so happy with this leg. I love Dana. I love that we have a pretty big group of the 15th. But we have that group of the 15th. We have Nova, who seems to be part of the command corps. She's always around General Emerson. I'm not sure. We talked about it before. A lot of times generals will have like a colonel that goes with them to kind of like help with their admin and do all that type of stuff. It seems to me like Nova is in that type of vein. But then, of course, we have the actual command structure with Emerson and a bunch of the other generals constantly talking, being fed information that we, the audience, are being able to take, hear, and realize what's going on Earth. The inability to talk to Space Station Liberty, the shuttle losses, all that meshes together so well by going here to there to here to there. And it doesn't seem hectic. It doesn't seem jumpy, which it sort of felt that way quite a bit back in Macross whenever we had that. But now when we go back and forth, it's all building towards the tension. It's all building towards the resolution, good or ill, of what we're currently watching. And boy, everything is the one thing I'm not sure about yet, friends. And I want to finish my thought there. It ended up with an incredible sequence. That sequence alone with the attack run to Space Station Liberty, the success, the retrieval, the fight of Crystal and Dana outside, excellent. Some of the best Robotech has ever offered. Now, the one thing I don't know about Southern Cross, I'm not sure how terminal it is. We've got a lot of people, and of course, I was blindsided in Macross by Roy, Ben. There was plenty of warning. There was plenty of warning. We saw people getting obliterated, civilians, casualties. We saw that there was violence in the world, but it wasn't until Roy and it wasn't until Ben that we really had that applied to our titled characters. Now, with this one, we have a large ensemble cast, and almost all of them are military. I should say, I think all of them are military, except some of them are front lines. We've got General Emerson and Nova back there. So with a bunch of frontline warriors like that, if this Robotech is reflective of what happens in, Macross, and again, I just don't know, and I don't want to know, but, do we have death? It seems like they're setting it up. Like, Crystal would be an interesting person, if a story or the arc or whatever, if she's like the Roy of this group. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to say, oh, I think you're going to be Roy and you're going to be Max and you're going to be Ben and you're going to be Rick. God love whoever I just pointed to for Rick. But, I'm just wondering, like, is there a similar measure of lethality in this one? And please, let me be surprised. Let me be shocked if these people check out. You know what I mean? Because I won't be shocked because of the experience I had before, but it's getting to the point now where you're just like waiting and you're like, do we? Waiting. Everybody's safe again this episode. Waiting. Everybody's safe again this episode. I'm wondering when we're going to have a farewell Big Brother, or if there is one, my friends. But I know this episode, Volunteers, episode 40, will go down in my memory banks as one of the very best that Robotech has offered. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted next time we go live with Robotech or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then. This is now. And now it comes time to say goodbye from Robotech, but where should we say goodbye from, my friends? I had this one picked out from the very moment that there was success and victory called from this op. Friends, you know where we are. We're part of the 15th, but We weren't taken into space. We were with everybody else that had to stay back. So pins and needles have been our seat for the past however many hours. And so we are the first ones, along with all of our friends in the 15th. We're the ones that rush up whenever the shuttle lands and whenever Dana and everybody comes out, and we celebrate with our comrades as we get ready for the next leg of the fight against the Robotech Masters. Until such time as we take up arms, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.